When we talk about masturbation, we often focus on the physical aspects, but today I want to explore the emotional responses associated with it. You know, that feeling of emptiness that sometimes follows. It's a common experience, but hardly ever discussed. The emotional aftermath of masturbation can be a challenge to understand. Many of us have felt guilty, ashamed, or just plain empty after masturbating. We might wonder why we even bother, or feel like we've let ourselves down in some way. It's like there's this unspoken expectation that we're supposed to feel satisfied. But often, we're left with more questions than answers. These feelings can be overwhelming, and it's hard to know where to turn for help or guidance. We may try to brush it off, telling ourselves it's just a normal part of the experience, but deep down, we know there's more to it. We might start to wonder if there's something wrong with us, or if we're just not doing it right. It's easy to get caught up in these negative thoughts and feelings, especially when we're not sure what's causing them in the first place. One of the biggest hurdles is that we often don't talk about these feelings even with our closest friends or partners. It's like this secret shame that we carry around, and it can be really isolating, but the truth is these feelings are more common than we think. There are several psychological and physiological reasons why we might feel empty after masturbating. One reason, is the dopamine release that comes with orgasm. Our brains are wired to respond to pleasure, and when we experience it, our dopamine levels surge. But after the rush is over, our dopamine levels drop, leaving us feeling flat or even depressed. In addition, societal pressures and personal expectations can play a huge role in how we feel about ourselves and our bodies. We're often taught that sex is only for reproduction, or that it's something to be ashamed of. These negative messages can make us feel like we're doing something wrong, even when we're just trying to connect with our own bodies. It's no wonder we end up feeling empty or unsatisfied. Our personal expectations also play a big role. We might expect to feel a certain way, or to experience a certain level of pleasure. When reality doesn't live up to our expectations, we can feel disappointed or unsatisfied. By understanding these psychological and physiological reasons, we can start to break free from these negative patterns and develop a healthier attitude towards our sexuality and self-exploration. When we recognize that these feelings are normal, we can start to address them in a more constructive way. The key insight here is that understanding these feelings can lead to healthier attitudes towards our sexuality and self-exploration. By acknowledging and accepting our emotions, we can start to build a more positive relationship with our bodies. We can learn to appreciate our own desires and boundaries and to communicate them more effectively with our partners. In short, recognizing and addressing these feelings of emptiness can be a game changer for our overall well-being. To recap, today we explored the common experience of feeling empty after masturbating and why it happens. We looked at the psychological and physiological reasons behind these feelings and how understanding them can lead to a healthier attitude towards our sexuality and self-exploration. Thanks for watching. If you've ever experienced feelings of emptiness after masturbating, I want to hear about it in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about sexual health and well-being, be sure to check out my other videos for more insights.